you just tell her the best spot for her. If it's not here, you just move her around and show her where she needs to go, all right?
Welcome to the Crafty Music Tips YouTube channel. My name is Crafty, and this is another behind the sound video for Sing It Live. If this is your first time to the channel, there is a heap of other songs that the Sing It Live group has done with my involvement, and there's been a bunch of these behind the sound, behind the scenes types of videos for you to go check out. But while we're here, let's talk about this song. So yeah, Celine Dion, not in my top 10 of favorite artists by choice, but look, over the years I've come to realize, whoa, she's like really good and stuff. And just because she may not be my choice always of what song that I feel like listening to myself personally, there's no denying that she is an absolute superstar. Just for the facts, I guess, like what are the facts? I mean, I guess there's some subjective type of thoughts of like why she's good, you know, vocally and whatever, but you know, she's one of the most successful female vocalists of all time. And people usually, I don't know about you, but people usually don't get into things that aren't good. Whether or not it's your cup of tea, that's a bit different, but are they good? Celine Dion is definitely good. And this song is written by someone absolutely good. I'm not sure if you're aware, but the song, It's All Coming Back to Me Now, is actually written by a guy called Jim Steinman, who you may or may not know has had a huge amount of hit songs by Meatloaf, also Bonnie Tyler as well. So if you think about it, if you weren't aware of that, for me, I just went, of course, it makes so much sense. I wasn't aware of that until maybe the night before of recording this. I like to do a little bit of nerding out before I go to Darren's recording studio in order to, you know, help out with my part in recording whatever song we're doing. And I like to just know a little bit about, you know, who wrote the song, what year it was released. I don't know. I just like that kind of stuff. You know, if there's been any other cover versions as well. And it helps me as a musician. I don't know how knowing what year it was released helps me. I mean, maybe it helps me with diving for a guitar tone, knowing that, you know, a 70s sound is more one certain way than an 80s one or whatever. But yeah, it's one of those things that I like to do. And so yeah, like most successful songs, usually there's a really interesting story behind it. And one of them is that Jim Steinman wrote it and Meatloaf heard it and then thought, oh, I want to have a hit song with that, because they could tell it was going to be a hit. And Jim Steinman wouldn't let Meatloaf record it for the reason that he thought it would be best suited to a female vocalist. And so they actually went to court and Jim Steinman won the case, not letting Meatloaf record it. It's interesting that they stayed, you know, collaborators after that, I guess. But, you know, they have a good, deep mutual respect for one another. And so, yeah, so the group Pandora's Box, which was a girl group, recorded it. And then Celine Dion's cover later after that is the main version that I guess the world knows. Now, Meatloaf eventually got his wish. Later in 2006, he recorded it as a duet with a female vocalist, and it was released on the Bad Out of Health 3 album. So there you go, some music trivia for your upcoming trivia night that you can thank me later. My personal connection with the song isn't a huge one, but I must say that it's funny how your brain works. As soon as I realized that Jim Steinman wrote it and I just went, oh yeah, it all makes sense. All of a sudden, then I just really embraced it, and it was great recording on the day. But enough about me. I want to hear from the main man himself, Darren Mullan.
In 1996, Celine Dion brought this one out. I remember hearing it on the radio and being incredibly impressed with the way that Celine sang. I mean, you could not be not impressed with, you know, her voice is just crazy, great. And at that time, I was playing in a rock band, playing bass on a guitar, fronting a band, playing sort of, you know, Presidents and 80s rock. We certainly weren't into Celine Dion. In 1996, I did not know the first version and certainly did not know much about this song. I didn't know about Jim Steinman much. I wasn't really that thick even into the Meatloaf stuff and other stuff that he'd written, but it totally makes sense when you hear this song that this is totally like a Meatloaf, Bonnie Tyler style track. So Bonnie Tyler almost recorded this song. Almost recorded it. It was only because Jim Steinman insisted that he would produce it, as he did with other stuff like Total Eclipse of the Heart. And the costs involved for him to produce it were way too high. And her record company at the time went, we just can't afford Jim to walk in and do that. So he's asking too much money. So it never happened. And I think that would have been just crazy with Bonnie Tyler doing our version of this. I can't believe that it didn't happen, but it didn't. Celine just nailed it. But there it is. I wasn't really doing lots of Celine Dion back in 1996. I remember the session pretty well. It was a double session, and I do know that the double sessions are a lot, especially when you're a singer singing 2 songs in a row. So we had this song in the morning. I recorded this one from about 10:30 to 12 to midday in the morning, and then we stopped for some lunch and we went on with Hit Me Baby One More Time. This song was pretty serious because it's a masterpiece. There's a lot of moving parts, and I mean, I say that a lot about songs, but this one really had a lot going on. The prep for it was pretty full on, but everyone had their parts to learn. We had some time on it, so I knew that Chloe knew the track pretty well, and we just needed to lock into all of our parts.
All coming back to me.
Beautiful. There's a I'll put Sky here. I've got her into Mario's mic channel, so she can sing here. She'll have that a bit too.
Oh man, this is gonna rip.
Yeah, so she's singing one, you're on one, I'm on one,
Right.
and Jan's doing the all coming back to me, and in the big rock and chorus he's even going as well.
The song also was the only track so far, I think, that we've run a custom click track for. So metronome is normally pretty constant, locked on a tempo, but for this one I did an actual slowing down and speeding up a click track that some of us heard, I heard, and I think the rhythm section, Damien and Mario as well. So perhaps you guys heard the click or would have had a little bit in your ears, but I know Chloe didn't, and neither did Sky. So she's just doing it by feel and memory, and we were hearing the click slow down and speed up and flowing through that way and sort of getting used to the ebb and the flow of the tempo changes. So in the end, that was probably a little bit daunting, hearing those clicks speed up and slow down. For the singers, I think it was probably great because the band was ebbing and flowing fine, but it is amazing how it came out so tight. I think it is because a lot of us were hearing those clicks and getting used to those tempo changes and feels as you go along. Because this is a song you can't just randomly do as a group because everyone's going to feel those tempo changes differently. So the only real way is to have a metronome ticking in your ears while you play the music. You probably be annoying if you were Chloe singing lead, but the rest of us to all stay together in those moments where we needed to back off and slow down and then speed up again and swell, because that makes all the difference to the feel and the delivery of the song. See, there's a click track up there, right?
Yep.
And it's a custom job I've made because it's got tempo changes.
Oh, great.
Right?
Yeah, yeah.
But whenever we're ready to do a take...
Oh, I see. You got to go back.
When we're ready to do a take, someone has to grab it and go option...
Oh, you're just going to do it that way?
I'll just do another copy and
Yeah.
from there.
And
You don't want to do the
what I mean?
virtual thing?
I've never done that before.
Okay. Yeah.
I've never done that take thing before because it...
Yeah. You lose control a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, I want it like this so I can
Yeah.
look, live.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
It was very complicated. I'm very, very happy with everyone's performance, and I'm so lucky to have people who can nail this stuff, right? Because this is not a song that you normally put in your rep and you just do. It's not just learning the chords and going out and do it. This thing is requires so much more than that. And you guys are great. Chloe was amazing, of course. And Sky, I just loved singing backing vocals with Sky. Her and my voice really blend together very well. Any opportunity I can get to sing with Sky, any opportunity.
I never resist the talk coming back. When you do something else, and something else. I never resist the talk coming back.
I still haven't got a duet with her yet. Bit nervous about that one. I'll have to pick something. Sky, your voice is fantastic. I love the sound of and the timbre of your voice. And plus Sky's demeanor, you know, when she's in this video, the way that she holds herself and she connects somehow with the singer up the front. And you can see she's connected with him and following all of the moments through the lyrics and the delivery and adding something in the way that her demeanor is. I'm not sure how to explain it, but I'm sure people who watch Sky, who when she supports someone like this, she has this thing about her that is just so connected to the song and the singer. It's just perfect. So lovely work, everyone.
Thanks, Daz. Nice words there. Now, what about our singer, Chloe Castledine?
Well, Celine Dion has always been a big part of my life. I love her so much. I just remember this song playing when I was younger. My dad used to play it in the factory. He used to work making circuit boards for a lot of machinery. And so I used to take me in sometimes for his afternoon shifts, and I would sit there and play with fake circuit boards. And he'd always have Celine Dion in the background. So I just always used to sing along. So this is my connection to the song. I think Celine Dion. I think my dad's circuit board factory. Growing up, I always tried to sing like her or mimic her, but couldn't do it very well. So this is the first time I actually stopped and actually properly attempted Celine Dion. And took a lot of warming up beforehand, but I love singing the song. It's very dramatic. So I got my Celine Dion dramatic hands on. So that was so fun for me to let the drama out.
Okay. Should we go again? This time with the camera?
Oh, heck.
So,
You got this. Yes, I do. Yes. You got this.
And the pressure is on.
Nights when the wind was so
You're gonna have
cold.
Good on you, Chloe. Now, nice Pink Floyd shirt there, by the way. I reckon that's something that is a pretty good thing to mention. If you haven't noticed, Sing It Live does a bunch of different genres, different eras. And me, myself, I'm quite an eclectic kind of guy. I mean, I've got a Ninja Turtles ukulele sitting there. That's not planned for this point that I'm making. That's just lives there all the time. Got a keyboard here and a guitar there. Oh, I've got some books too. And look, I like lots of different stuff, genuinely. You know, people get scared when they hear my my playlist on shuffle. Like, it goes mad, you know, reggae to like punk to some country and metal. Like, I genuinely like it. It depends on what mood I'm in. And that's a wonderful thing about Sing It Live, is we've got a lot of different people with a lot of different musical strengths and tastes and whatnot. But I feel like that I'm in good company, because everybody in the room tends to be a jack of many trades, genre-wise. And so I hope you watching this behind the sound video, you know, appreciates that about Sing It Live. It's one of the things that I definitely love about, you know, being involved myself. All right, so on the recording day itself, like a usual Sing It Live session, there's a few bumps in the road that need some sort of tweaking or attention or whatever, and sooner or later we get through it, which is always nice to know. You know, we'll get through it. It's fine. Now, one of the things about this song is so many lyrics. God, I'm glad it was not me having to remember them all for singing lead. Now, I will admit, when it has been my turn singing lead, if I don't know all of the lyrics, never fear. Darren's got my back.
Things we do for the singers, I'll tell you what. bloody freeloaders.
What, this? That's normal, isn't it? It helps the monitoring. It helps the tone,
that's
right?
The keyboards will be like flapping through the speakers.
Yeah.
Good thing we got ears. That's right. All right.
All right. Thank you very much, Darren and Chloe, for being involved in this video. Did you enjoy watching this? Let us know in the comments below. Are you a big Celine fan? What are some other Celine Dion songs that you really like that maybe we could do on the Sing It Live channel? Now, this has been yet another Behind the Sounds video, and there's a bunch of others like I mentioned before, but also, depending on where you're at musically, there may be a bunch of other general music tip related videos here on the Crafty Music Tips channel that may be of help for you. So go do the clicking of the things to go find them. There's tons. All right, so I'll sign off. I'll see you in another video really soon. Just remember, wherever you're at on your musical journey, you don't need to do every single thing right now. Just do the next thing. I hope that helps. I'll see you soon. Cheers.
It's all coming back to me. Hey, that's alright.
Yep.
That was good.
Let's have some chicken.